Hey everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel at the rate Vibrant Studies. Here is another useful topic for English TGT, PGT and NET, that is a complete biography about William Wordsworth along with his literary work and some famous lines from his poem also. So let's start the video. So let's know about him. William Wordsworth, the life journey of William Wordsworth was started from 17th April 1770 till 23rd April 1850. He died on 23rd April on 1850. Was an English romantic poet. He was the great English romantic poet who जिन्होंने with Samuel Taylor Coleridge means S.T. Coleridge helped to launch the romantic age in English literature with their joint publication. जो विलियम वर्ड्सवर्थ का और एस टी कॉलरिज का जॉइंट पब्लिकेशन था, उससे इन्होंने रोमांटिक एज लॉन्च किया इन इंग्लिश लिटरेचर में. मच ऑफ हिज पोइट्री वॉज इंस्पायर्ड बाय ड्रामेटिक लैंडस्केप ऑफ द लेक डिस्ट्रिक्ट एंड हिज वर्क डिड मच टू अल्टर पब्लिक परसेप्शन ऑफ दैट पार्ट ऑफ इंग्लैंड. मच ऑफ हिज पोइट्री, उनकी ज़्यादातर जो पोइट्री हैं, ज़्यादातर जो उनकी पोएम्स हैं, इंस्पायर्ड हैं वो ड्रामेटिक लैंडस्केप ऑफ द लेक डिस्ट्रिक्ट. जो लेक डिस्ट्रिक्ट है वहाँ का उन्होंने बहुत अच्छे से ब्यूटीफुली डिस्क्रिप्शन दिया है. द लेक डिस्ट्रिक्ट वॉज द पार्ट ऑफ इज़ द पार्ट ऑफ इंग्लैंड. हिज फादर वॉज अ लॉयर. उनके पिता एक वकील थे. बोथ वर्ड्सवर्थ पेरेंट्स डाइड बिफोर ही वॉज 15. वो 15 वर्ष की उनकी आयु पूरी होने से पहले ही उनके माता पिता का देहांत हो गया था. एंड ही एंड हिज 4 सिबलिंग्स, वो विलियम वर्ड्सवर्थ एंड उनके 4 भाई बहन जो थे वर लेफ्ट इन द केयर ऑफ डिफरेंट रिलेटिव्स. अलग अलग रिलेटिव्स के बाद पास उन्हें भेज दिया था उनका देखभाल करने के लिए, पालन पोषण करने के लिए. एज अ यंग मैन वर्ड्सवर्थ डेवलप्ड अ लव ऑफ नेचर. वर्ड्सवर्थ को हम ग्रेट लवर ऑफ नेचर के नेम से भी जानते हैं. अ थीम रिफ्लेक्टेड इन मैनी ऑफ हिज पोएम्स. जो लव नेचर के प्रति उनका जो प्रेम है, ये थीम उनकी बहुत सारी पोएम में रिफ्लेक्ट करती है. द पोइट्री फॉर वर्ड्सवर्थ इज द एक्सप्रेशन ऑफ नेचुरल थिंग. वर्ड्सवर्थ के लिए पोइट्री क्या थी? द एक्सप्रेशन ऑफ नेचुरल थिंग. जो नेचुरल चीज़ें हैं, प्राकृतिक चीज़ें हैं, उनका एक्सप्रेशन है. दैट इज़ कॉल्ड पोइट्री अकॉर्डिंग टू विलियम वर्ड्सवर्थ. ही डिफाइंस पोइटिक डिक्शन एज अ लैंग्वेज ऑफ कॉमन मैन. उन्होंने पोइटिक डिक्शन को डिफाइन किया है बाय गिविंग द टाइटल एज अ लैंग्वेज ऑफ कॉमन मैन. तो ये एक शॉर्ट समरी थी विलियम वर्ड्सवर्थ के बारे में, जिससे हमें क्या मालूम पड़ा कि ही वॉज द ग्रेट लवर ऑफ नेचर and William Wordsworth, and with the help of S.T. Coleridge they launched a romantic age in English literature by publishing the lyrical ballad. Now see another thing. Yes, he was born on 7th April 1770 in the Cumberland, and he died on 23rd April 1850. Died on pleurisy at the age of 80 and was buried at Grasmere churchyard. His father was John Wordsworth, attorney at law. As I told you, he was a lawyer, and his mother name was Annie Cookson. ये इनका फैमिली बैकग्राउंड हो गया. Note down everything is important. Yes, let's know about some important facts about William Wordsworth. William Wordsworth's teacher William Taylor inspired him to compose poems. First in his life, उनके जीवन में सर्वप्रथम एक जो उनके शिक्षक थे विलियम टेलर, उन्होंने विलियम वर्ड्सवर्थ को इंस्पायर किया था टू कंपोज पोएम्स कंपोज करने के लिए. ही रोड मोर देन 500 sonnets. 500, that is the biggest that is a big number. In 1802 he married Mary Hutchinson. His wife name was Mary Hutchinson. The Prelude. The Prelude was published after his death. This work is known as Posthumous of William Wordsworth. He commenced it in 1799 and finished it in 1805, but it published after his death. The Prelude. The collection of, yes, this line is very important. The collection of lyrical ballads was published in 1798 with 23 poems. जो lyrical ballads published हुआ था in 1798 में, consisting of 23 poems, 19 by William Wordsworth and 4 by Coleridge, S.T. Coleridge. It was their joint work. In the second edition of 1800, the famous preface was added. ये इनका वर्क पब्लिश हो गया था. उसके बाद में जो इसका प्रीफेस है, इंट्रोडक्शन पार्ट है, वो पब्लिश किया गया इन 1800. The year in 1798 is the publication of the lyrical ballads. 1798 में lyrical ballads published हुआ था, and this year marks the beginning of the romantic movement. यहाँ पे आप करेक्ट कर लीजिएगा. Here will be romantic movement and the death of classical one. रोमांटिक पीरियड का स्टार्ट हुआ था और एंड हुआ था क्लासिकल वन बाय द पब्लिकेशन ऑफ लिरिकल बैलेड in 1798. Now here is Wordsworth work. Wordsworth famous work, sonnet series. इनकी sonnet series हैं The River Dudden Sonnets. Another is the Ecclesiastical Sonnets. Sonnets dedicated to liberty and miscellaneous sonnets. His sonnets are divided into 4 parts, 4 series. They are the River Dudden Sonnets, the Ecclesiastical Sonnets, the Sonnets dedicated to liberty, and miscellaneous sonnets. Note down it. These are his popular poems. First one is the Excursion. Another is the Prelude of Growth of a Poet's Mind. To Milton. Upon Westminster Abbey. We are 7. To the Cuckoo. The Daffodils. Lucy Gray. यहाँ करेक्ट कर लीजिएगा. The spelling will be Lucy. Next is Simon Lee. Another is Early Spring. Another one is Strange Fits of Passion Have I Known. Next is Lucy poems. Then the elegiac stanzas suggested by a picture of Peel. Castle, the White Doe, the Wagner, Yarrow Revisited. Another is the Sailor's Mother. Next is Goody Blake. And another is the Ruined Cottage. Next is the descriptive sketches and an evening walk. Next are Effusion on death of James Hogg. She dwelt among the untrodden ways. 3 years she grew. Laudima, a narrative poem. Dion, song at the feast of Brigham Castle. The affections of Margaret, resolution and independence, leech gatherer. Another is the brothers, guilt and sorrow. Peter Bell. Next is the fountain. Another is poor Shushan wrote to a skylark, stepping westward to a highland girl. Another is the solitary reapers. Next is intimations of immortality from recollections of early childhood. It was published on 1803-7 but finally published in 1807. Zinton Abbey, The Rainbow, Ode to Duty, The Idiot Boy, and Michael. Next one, The Borderers, a Tragedy. It was drama and preface to the lyrical ballad. It was criticism. Now let's know about some popular lines that is very important for upcoming exams also. So let's start it. So the first line is, and it's my faith that every flower enjoys the air it breathes. And it's my faith that every flower enjoys the air it breathes. These lines means that the poet has faith that nature lives, breathes and enjoys its own presence. नेचर क्या है? नेचर को कंपेयर किया गया है विद द लिविंग वन. इट कैन ब्रीथ, इट कैन एंजॉय इट्स ओन प्रेजेंस. Twigs, birds, creepers all live in harmony with each other. All live in harmony with each other in absolute bliss and contentment. The first two lines means that the poet has faith that nature lives, breathes and enjoys its own presence, like birds, creepers all live in harmony with each other in absolute bliss and contentment. Now let's read the another lines. Have I not reason to lament what man has made of man? Here the poet thinks that nature has connected human souls to all creations of nature. Like any creation or nature, man should be living in joyful harmony, enjoying their existence. The meaning, this is very meaningful stanza. The last two lines means that the poet was fed up with the man's capacity to destroy innocent lives, lives and property. Here have not reason to lament. Wordsworth is trying to say that he was fed up with the man's capacity. मैंस की जो कैपेसिटी है डिस्ट्रॉय करने की इनोसेंट लाइफ्स को एंड प्रॉपर्टी को, ही वॉज फेड अप विद इट. And next line, what man has made of man, means that the poet thinks here that the nature has connected human souls to all creations of nature. These beautiful lines have been taken from Early Spring from 1798. Next important stanza is, the child is the father of man and I could wish my days to be bound each to each by natural pity. Here Wordsworth defines that the child is the father of man, means the behavior and activities of a person's childhood go a long way in building his personality, in building his adulthood. Here the author, the poet, wants to seek our attention towards that the behavior and activities of a persons की जो behavior होता है और activities होती हैं in childhood, बचपन में, go a long way, बहुत दूर तक जाती हैं in building his personality, उसकी personality develop करने में adulthood में वो कैसा बनेगा. The child is very important, and I could wish my days to be bound each to each by natural pity. Here the poet wants to say that the poet means that he is devoted to nature. He wanted to be bound by natural devotion throughout his life. He is devoted to nature and he wanted to be bound by the natural devotion throughout his life. अपने पूरे जीवन काल में वो जो नेचुरल है उसका डिवोशन करना चाहते हैं, उसका डिवोटी बनना चाहता है. दिस स्टैंजा हैज़ बीन टेकन फ्रॉम द फेमस पोएम माई हार्ट लीव्स अप फ्रॉम 1802. नाउ लेट्स सी द अनदर वन. Yes, it is also very very important. The time is past and all its etching joys are now no more, and all its daisy rapture. Here Wordsworth tries to say that time is past and all its etching joys are now no more, means the speaker can no longer experience the same etching joys and dizzy rapture that William could. He can just remember them. He doesn't want to experience the same etching joy and dizzy rapture, he just remember them. Means the speaker isn't going to sweat it, though he might not experience the etching joys, but he has other gifts now that recompense or make up for it. It has been taken from the famous poem Tintern Abbey. Now let's see the another one. Peel Castle, the poem is an elegy for his brother John and a sailor who has been much loved by William and Dorothy Wordsworth. This poem is an elegy for his brother John and a sailor who has been much loved by William and Dorothy Wordsworth also. In this stanza, he states that nothing can undo the distress. The meaning which nothing can store, that the nothing can undo the distress that has humanized his soul, stating that now he could never imagine the smiling sea that he had described earlier. Through this poem, he lamented for his brother John and a sailor that much loved by William Wordsworth and Dorothy Wordsworth. The word is too much with us, late and soon, getting and spending, we lay waste our powers. Here the author wants to say that the word is too much with us, means little we see in nature that is ours. We have given our heart away, a sordid boon. The meaning of these two lines, little we see in nature दैट इज़ आर्स। अब नेचर में हमें बहुत कम देखने को मिलता है जो कि हमारा है। वी हैव गिवन आर हार्ट्स अवे a sordid boon. These lines extract by a sonnet by William Wordsworth, in which the poet complains that here the poet complains that here the poet complains that people are too attached to trivial things of the world and not sufficiently aware of nature as whole. पीपल क्या है, लोग बहुत ज़्यादा अटैच हैं विद विद दिस ट्राइबल थिंग्स ऑफ द वर्ल्ड एंड नॉट सफिशिएंटली अवेयर ऑफ नेचर as whole. Little we see nature that is ours. These lines has been taken from the famous sonnet the world is too much with us. So I hope you will find the video very useful to you and everything is crystal clear. In upcoming videos you will find the useful practice set about William Wordsworth and William Shakespeare. So thank you for watching it and subscribe our channel for getting the latest updation. Thank you so much.